Good afternoon. I would like to welcome everyone here today and our viewing audience to the June 27th meeting of the City of Davenport Zoning Board of Adjustment. Your participation in city government is appreciated and welcome. If you have a pager or cell phone, please turn it off now. Even if it's in silent mode, it may interfere with the room's electronics. My name is Kathleen Hart. I'm chairman of this committee, and the members present today are to my immediate left is our vice chair, J- Jim Reistroffer. She's thrown me off, and to my this is my right uh, is Carrie Strayhall. You threw me off. I thought you were coming to sit in on the up here on the dais with us, a former board member. The staff here today, Scott Copes, and from legal, we have Mallory Hoyt. The Zoning Board of Adjustment is a five-member judicatory board established by state law. We're appointed by the mayor and confirmed by City Council to serve without compensation for a 5-year term. We normally meet twice each month to hear appeals involving hardship from strict application of current zoning laws. We may also grant variances and rule on a variety of discretionary permits. Do we have any corrections to the minutes from our last meeting? Hearing that there are none, I would take a motion to approve those minutes.
I would make that motion to approve the minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Those are approved. On today's agenda, we have one item of old business. This is request HV 19-07 of Tom Thomas on behalf of Place of Refuge at 518 Brown Street for a hardship variance to refrain from providing required off-street parking spaces. Proposed plans provide no off-street parking spaces for the 84-seat place of worship. The property is zoned R4C Central Residential District, Section 17.10.040, Table 17.10-2 of the Davenport Municipal Code requires 9 parking spaces for an 84-seat place of worship, that being 1 space for every 10 seats. Scott, if you would please go ahead and present for the city.
Scott Copes, Community Planning. If you remember last time, the addition is going to the north of the existing structure, and in the ordinance again requires 9 spaces. The petitioner has come up with a new site plan where there's 2 spaces here. There'll be 3 spaces over here. This diagram actually shows 4, but if you use our requirement of 22 feet for the length of a handicap parking spot, you can get 3 spaces there and 4 over here, which would give you a total of 9. And so staff has changed our recommendation. And if you notice, the staff report was also updated. So while the site is not ideal for the proposed use, given the slope of the area to the north there, staff concedes that the impacts of the neighborhood should be minimal if the 2-hour designated parking spaces are provided. And I just wanted to confirm with you, I did speak with Gary Statz, our traffic engineer. He is able to do it. We just need to let him know to do it once or if this should be approved.
Thank you very much, Scott. Any questions for Scott? Jim?
Hey, Scott, can you pull up that picture of the parking of the vehicles? Where are you or Mr. Thomas going to put the handicaps signs? Or
My
designated-
understanding would be the handicap would be closest to the
Right.
door over here.
Is it just one parking handicap?
The city doesn't get involved with the requirements for handicap. It's the petitioner's responsibility to meet that, and the building department, when they review site plans, they make sure that they're in compliance with that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, Scott. Mr. Thomas? Welcome back. If you would like to give us your name, and then, of course, we've heard your case previously. If you wanted to provide us with any updated information to consider.
Jonathan Karsten, Streamline Architects.
Oh, great.
the
Thank you.
architect on the project. We updated this with the request that we were given last time. Handicap parking, we will work with the city on how many spots are required. Typically, for an on-street parking spot like that, it includes putting up a sign and making sure that their handicap access goes directly into the building. It would be the spot closest to the door. And the 2 spots that we're going to have on site now are the required buffer yard away from the adjoining property as well. Other than that, plans are similar to the last time.
Okay. Very fine. Any questions for the petitioner? Jim?
Yeah, I'm getting back to the signage again. You know, is the petitioner gonna have a problem? I know I'm not sure what days you will have services, but I'm sure it'd probably be Sunday or Saturday. Will the neighbors what if the neighbors are parking there? Do you have concerns about that? Will you have signage that this is only for our parking?
The last time we approached, the way this neighborhood is formatted right now, all the on-street parking is next to our building, but most of the parishioners that attend his church are also the neighbors.
Okay.
So a lot of the neighbors would be parked in the similar areas, if not off at their houses themselves.
Scott, would you want to explain to Jim what the arrangement was with the city about the designation on Sundays?
Sure. So the traffic engineer is going to arrange for signs to be put up along the street there, along both streets, for 2-hour parking on Sundays. Additionally, there is in the municipal code, not in the zoning section, but there is in the municipal code, a section where people cannot habitually park in front of other people's properties. And so someone is habitually parking in front of someone else's property, they can be removed. So there are protections against that.
I just get concerned about people parking during your services, then your petitioners don't have a place to park. But now you're gonna have signage like Scott was
We'll
saying.
have the appropriate signage, and per the last time we discussed, since off-site parking wasn't allowed, we actually own a lot catty corner to this that will be used for additional parking as well. That didn't count for the number of spots.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you very much. Is there anybody in the audience who wanted to speak in favor or in opposition to this petition? All right, seeing none, would you go ahead and have a seat, and we'll move on. We'll entertain a motion. Carrie,
Move to approve.
a second, please.
I second.
Carrie, would you please call the vote?
Strayhall,
Yes.
Reistroffer,
Yes.
Hart.
Yes. Your request is approved. Thank you for your patience and for working so patiently and diligently with the city on that. And thank you all, too, for your good works, and let all the other staff from city know
Yes.
appreciated their efforts are. And there is no new business, so with that, our business for today is done. A motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
All in favor? Any opposed? We're adjourned.